Have you ever seen a legend so battle-tested, so bruised by time, yet still plotting something so surprising that it makes the entire tennis world stop and ask, what is Novak Djokovic hiding? Because right now, that's exactly what's happening. Welcome back to Net Rush Report. Let's get straight into it. Novak Djokovic, even at 38, even after a season filled with injuries and doubts, believes he has something special, something unexpected, something he calls his secret weapon to shock the world in 2026. And make no mistake, Djokovic isn't talking about retirement. He isn't talking about slowing down. He's talking about coming back stronger than anyone thinks is possible. But before we get to that secret weapon, you have to understand why Djokovic feels he needs it. On paper, Djokovic's 2025 season looks far from disastrous. Two titles, Geneva and Athens. Another historic milestone, becoming the oldest player ever to reach at least the semifinals of all 4 Grand Slams in the same season. And some unforgettable battles, including his wild Australian Open run where he outlasted Carlos Alcaraz. In a quarterfinal thriller that will be replayed for years. But underneath those achievements is the second story, the one causing concern. The aches, the recovery delays, the moments when his legs didn't respond. The matches he fought through more with willpower than physical ability. For the first time in his career, Djokovic looked like a man being slowed down by time. Even he admitted it. The injuries were too many, too frequent, and too disruptive. Yes, he still reached the late stages of slams. Because he's Novak Djokovic. But when he got there, when it mattered most, his body often betrayed him. And everyone watching began to wonder, is this the beginning of the end? If Djokovic has ever been known for one thing beyond his tennis, it's his stubbornness. The unshakable belief that he controls his destiny. He has never hinted at retiring. He has never suggested stepping back. He has never accepted the idea that younger players will simply take over. And he still won't. Even after withdrawing from the ATP finals for another year, something old Djokovic would have never done. He immediately set his focus on 2026 and not on stepping back, not on legacy tours, but on winning again, especially in Melbourne, the city that made him the king of the Australian Open. Djokovic's relationship with the Australian Open borders on myth. 10 titles, countless 5-set comebacks at a stadium that feels like his second home. And this year, even while nursing injuries, he still reached the semifinals and produced his most inspired performance of the season against Alcaraz. So of course, he's circling January 18th on the calendar. Of course, he wants that 11th title. Of course, this is where he's planning his comeback. But the difference this time is the preparation. This time he's building something new. Last weekend at the Formula 1 Qatar Grand Prix, Djokovic was relaxed, smiling, greeting drivers like he was part of the paddock. But then came a brief interview. A moment so quick most people missed it, Djokovic said. I've suffered too many injuries in the last few months. That's why I'm trying to regenerate my body so that the start of next year can be brilliant. I want to keep the same pace as the best, and I am confident I can succeed in that goal. He's never used the phrase regenerate my body before. Not reset, not recover, not rebuild, regenerate. And that has sparked a wave of speculation about what he's actually doing behind the scenes. Because Djokovic is not the type to casually use a word that dramatic. When he changes something, he changes everything. Sources around his team say Djokovic is pouring his energy into a new training blueprint. One built not on volume, but on precision that he's reportedly using. Cutting-edge longevity tech. New recovery protocols he hasn't used before, radically adjusted practice schedule, a body regeneration program developed with specialists outside the tennis world for the first time. Djokovic is treating his body not like a machine that can be pushed, but like a scientific project that can be optimized. He wants explosiveness back. He wants endurance back. But above all, he wants confidence in every movement. People close to him say he believes he can play at an elite level for 2 more seasons. If he commits to this transformation, and Djokovic is known for one thing. When he commits, he becomes unstoppable. It's been 2 years since he lifted a Grand Slam trophy. The 2023 US Open. For any other 38-year-old, that would be normal. For Djokovic, it's almost shocking that he's hungry, he's irritated, he's motivated in a way that usually leads to one thing. The younger players, Alcaraz, Sinner, Shelton, Rune, all believe the door is opening. But Djokovic is working quietly, tirelessly, believing Door isn't open yet. Not while he's still fighting. And if his 2026 plan works, they may all be in for a very rude awakening. Novak Djokovic isn't done, that he isn't fading. And he isn't stepping aside for anyone, that he's rebuilding, that he's regenerating. He's preparing a surprise for the tennis world in 2026. One he clearly believes could change everything. Thanks for watching Net Rush Report. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more explosive tennis stories from around the world. See you in the next one.